In the summer of 1958, one of the most destructive and astonishing natural disasters in human history occurred in Lituya Bay, Alaska. A tsunami triggered by a powerful 7.8 magnitude earthquake generated a colossal wave over 500 meters high, 1.5 times taller than the Eiffel Tower and nearly twice as tall as the Empire State Building. This cataclysm claimed the lives of 5 people, erased coastal forests from existence, and left traces that remain visible even decades later. The cause of this abnormally high wave was not only the earthquake itself, but also a massive rockfall. As a result of the tremors, nearly 30 million cubic meters of rock plummeted into the water from a height of about 900 meters, causing a gigantic displacement of water. Imagine an entire mountain suddenly sliding into the ocean, a volume of rock comparable to several Great Pyramids of Giza collapsing simultaneously into the bay. This rockfall created a piston-like effect, instantly thrusting the water upwards and generating a wave that swept through the bay at over 160 kilometers per h, literally wiping out everything in its path. Witnesses described the event as an apocalyptic scene: water rising above mountains, trees uprooted and carried away into the ocean, boats soaring into the air, and the sky shrouded in clouds of water mist. The tsunami in Lituya was not just destructive. It broke all records for wave height among known tsunamis in history. At 524 meters, it surpassed famous skyscrapers and even the tallest waterfalls on Earth. For example, the renowned Angel Falls in Venezuela, the highest waterfall in the world, stands at only 979 meters, meaning the Lituya wave rose more than halfway to its height. Local residents and surviving eyewitnesses described how the wave easily crossed mountain ridges, annihilated centuries-old trees, and transformed dense forests into scorched wastelands. Gorges filled with water in mere seconds, and tree debris scattered like splinters over kilometers. Those who found themselves in the bay at the time of the disaster had virtually no chance of survival. Lituya Bay has always been known for its turbulent nature. It stretches about 14 kilometers long, with an entrance so narrow, less than 10 kilometers, that it creates a bottleneck effect, making the bay particularly vulnerable to sudden changes in water levels. Its location among glacier-covered mountains and steep cliffs makes it one of the most inaccessible and mysterious waterways in Alaska. Interestingly, the Tlingit indigenous people who had lived in the area for centuries considered Lituya a sacred place and avoided settling near it. They passed down stories of the angry sea, which periodically came to reclaim what belonged to it. According to their legends, once every few generations, the bay awakens and destroys everything around it. Modern science supports these observations. Tsunamis occur here every 25-30 years. The destruction left by the mega tsunami in Lituya is so significant that it can even be observed from satellite images. The coastal forests were completely wiped out, the soil was stripped down to the rock, and the shoreline was permanently altered. Satellite images clearly show a scorched line, the path where the wave passed, sweeping away all vegetation. In the nearby town of Yakutat, engineering networks, bridges, piers, and homes were damaged. Although the population was small, the tragedy claimed the lives of 5 people whose boats were caught in the epicenter of the wave. Scientists studying the aftermath concluded that such a powerful tsunami could have resulted in even greater casualties if the bay had been more densely populated. According to geologists and seismologists, the likelihood of another megatsunami in Lituya remains high. The bay sits atop an active fault, which continues to experience seismic activity. Earthquakes in this region occur regularly, and the glaciers surrounding the bay are gradually melting, increasing the chances of new rockfalls. One alarming sign was the discovery of a subglacial lake, whose water level dropped by 30 meters after the 1958 disaster. This indicates that the glacier holding the water partially collapsed, and similar processes in the future could trigger new rockfalls and, consequently, new tsunamis. The story of the Lituya Bay tsunami remains one of the most striking examples of how nature can reshape the world in mere minutes. This catastrophe vividly demonstrated that even the most solid and immovable things, such as mountains, can be obliterated in an instant. Today, Lituya Bay continues to attract scientists, researchers, and adventurers eager to witness the site where the tallest wave in history was born. However, tourists are advised not to linger too long in these areas, as no one knows when nature might once again decide to remind us of its power. Leave your comments and subscribe to the channel. Share your thoughts and impressions about the incredible story of the Lituya Bay tsunami. What natural phenomena impress you the most? Perhaps you have your own theories about the causes of this cataclysm or interesting facts you'd like to share. We look forward to your comments. See you in the next story.